Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Lakefront Kiefer Arena here in New Orleans, Louisiana, as we have our second of 4 games today, but of course it is split down the middle in terms of timing. But hey, this is the last one before, let's just say it, I gotta run some errands. Here we have 8 seed Louisville versus 1 seed Auburn, almost ready for battle. The winner of this game is going to take on that dangerous 5 seed in Kansas in the Sweet 16. We just saw a little earlier the clash between 6 seed Florida and 3 seed Oregon, with the Ducks in that front court of theirs, absolutely balling out in that win over the Gators. And I know that a lot of brackets have been affected by that result, but hey, it's the cost of going with upset pick. But anyways, I am your host and color commentator and play-by-play commentator, and everything that you hear on this broadcast is Commissioner Daniel here, doing this solo, but it is what it is. And you know what else is what it is? This comparison. Holy moly! You talk about 2 dangerous teams that could really light it up offensively. These two. These are some of the most damning, some of the most incredible stat lines I have seen coming from regular season play. Auburn and Louisville. This is incredible. This is a 1 versus 8, or this is an 8 versus 1 seed game that hasn't really been talked about, just because it's not Gonzaga, just because it's not Marquette. But both of these teams can definitely light it up. We saw Auburn struggle against New Mexico State, but maybe the cobwebs have been finally shaken off. In regards to Louisville, they shook them off mid-game by mounting the comeback that they did against St. John's. And so it'll be very, very interesting to see how this all goes between the Cardinals and the Tigers, as it seems like we are just about ready to finally get going in this game. Referees have cleared the courts. The warm-ups are all done, and starting lineups are being announced over the let's see, over to my right, I think. I don't even know where they placed the announcer for the game. That's like within the stadium. But here we are, nonetheless, at Lakefront Kiefer Arena once again. And there you go. 5 seed Kansas opened the day with an incredible win over Providence, and now they await the winner of this game. Starting lineups here for the Cardinals: Sawyer Harrison and Devontae Dudley in the backcourt. You have Terrence Edwards, Grant Malloy, and Gru Azuna. Leading them up front for Auburn is DJ Mayo and DeAndre King in the back. Up front is Killian Kincaid, Perry Percy, and Chris Still. Now, out of all of these guys that you see on the court, only 2 of them are non-seniors. Gru Azuna and Chris Still, actually relatives. Tip-off here is underway, and Grant Malloy wins it for Louisville. Louisville wearing those beautiful bright reds. Of course, Auburn rocking the all-whites. Pass inside for Azuna. Already draws a foul on his cousin, Chris Still. Ask him to battle down low. That could, how do I say it, really feed the family, so to say. Already we're getting started with some free throws, courtesy of the former 5-star recruit, Gru Azuna, who has definitely made a presence as a freshman and is really going to be a big factor going forward in Louisville's success with how Coach Houston O'Day wants to build his team. Azuna hit the first one, and the second one will bounce in for him. A little bit of luck of the bounce right there to start things off. Mayo rolls around the attempted double. And that's the thing. If Louisville catches you, it could be dangerous. We saw what happened at St. John's in that game, turnover after turnover, just because they were getting their pockets ripped so much. Look at DJ Mayo finding his way inside. Nice little deuce right there for the first official field goal of the game from either side. Louisville back to work. Malloy, a little bit smaller than Perry Percy, and he overshot that one there as he was a little too under the rim. The Auburn team hoping to get off to a much better start than they did against New Mexico State. Chris Still, 3-ball. No, but we know he can shoot those. He started off not being able to shoot well from 3, but has developed this game very well. And as a senior, could prove to be very, very key for Auburn's success, whatever that may be, as they're going to have to really reshape their identity after being, set to lose 9 seniors. Kincaid, top of the key 3, off, and it's rebounded by Azuna. Now feed down low, little 2-ball goes. How about it? And there you go. That Louisville pressure on him again, but this time Auburn escapes it, almost turns it over. Perry Percy from the corner. No, doesn't go. Look at Louisville moving it up so quick. Here's Ray Harrison, the grad transfer from Grand Canyon, but it's tipped away. Great hands by Kincaid. Chris still working his way in. Layup. It rolls in. Beautiful. Transition bucket right there. He had 2 guys draped on him, but it didn't matter. Tough matchup for both teams. Both for solid little 3-ball off the mark, and it's rebounded by Perry Percy. Big old 7'4" center down there. The SEC really loves their big men. DJ Mayo with the 3-ball. It goes in for him. Big time 3 right there by DJ Mayo, the Chicago, Illinois native. Devontae Deadly rips it to Edwards. Edwards knocks down the 2. He actually grad transferred from Oregon, but before that was at James Madison. This pressure by Louisville just trying to completely rattle Auburn, but so far nothing going there. 3-ball by Kincaid. Back-to-back 3s by Auburn. This is a different beast that Louisville is dealing with. And it seems like Auburn loves being rushed. This is their bread and butter, playing quick and responsive offense. Here's DJ Mayo trying another 3. All would have been nice, but look at Chris Still. Can't get it to go, though. And Grant Malloy picks up the board. And just see the potential that Auburn has. It oozes out of their veins. Same with Louisville. Over to Terrence Edwards. Malloy over to the freshman Azuna, working in on Kincaid. Azuna way off. And his cousin Chris still gets the board. And also I realized the courts are wrong, so I'll have to fix that for later. It is what it is. That's tough. Edwards 2-ball. No, rebounded by Percy. That's tough on me. That's tough. I have the courts too. I just forgot to switch them. I'll take care of that later. Kincaid another 3. No, that's time he couldn't get it. Teams have cooled off a little bit. Bounce pass in, deflected, but still ends up in the hands of a Louisville player, but he gets blocked. That is Ray Harrison. Try to get a fast one up on this tall Auburn defense. Mayo, a little 2-ball there. You got it. Auburn's looking a lot better to start the game than they did against New Mexico State. I'll give them that. Now here's Deadly, the former Memphis Tiger, who then went to Loyola Chicago and is now at Louisville. And is tipped away. And Auburn once again ends up with the turnover. Stop and pop shot. A little bit off balance for Kincaid. Edwards sizing up Kincaid. Little screen set there by Harrison. Bounces off Kincaid. Deadly in the corner to Azuna. Azuna fade away. 2-ball, no. Rebounded by Percy. And Louisville hasn't scored in almost 3 minutes. This is the potency of this Auburn offense. Rolls it in. What a pass inside to Kincaid and an easy layup. Louisville's got to snap out of this funk. Been a fast start for this Auburn team. Harrison. House pass in. Malloy draws the foul, so free throw's coming at least, and that's Perry Percy's first. Grant Malloy. He actually grad transferred from the team that we just saw get eliminated, Florida. Gets the first free throw. A bit undersized as a center. He's like 6'10", 6'11". Still, this guy packs a punch. A very sturdy, very big body down low. And good free throws by him. It's time once again for Auburn to face this Louisville pressure. And so far, they're handling it well. Good way to go around. Adrian Smith turns it over, though. Not the pass that he should have found. Oh, what a pass into Ray Harrison and a beautiful dunk. Once more, Louisville trying to work in on this Auburn team. They don't, and they cough it up just from a bad pass. All of a sudden, Louisville getting a string of turnovers. Azuna knocks down the 2-ball, slimming this lead down to just one possession already, with 9.5 minutes to go in this game. Auburn was off to a good start, but since then, slowed down a little bit. Percy is in a little bit of trouble, gets it off good, thankfully, for Auburn's sake. Rifles it in. King, little 2-ball, got it. DeAndre King, named the second best player in this entire South region. Deadly. Whoa, what a swat right there by Adrian Smith. Gets it up to DeAndre King. This Auburn team wants to cook again. Screen set, rolls around. A lot of contact there, but he gets it to go. What a finish by DeAndre King. Now Azuna at the logo. Edwards, bounce pass in. Azuna takes a mid-range shot, and it goes. Good shot right there by Azuna, the freshman. He has been talked about a lot, especially for the future. That kid is going to be a star. Already is one. Kincaid, little 2-ball, rattles out on him. Auburn has their moments when they just put up a shot just for the heck of it. Azuna gets the tip pass, no, but follows up his own miss with the putback. My gosh. He has half of Louisville's points right now. And here's Smith. Gets bodied up by Edwards, shoves him off, no call by the referees. And Kincaid gives it off. Percy with the moves on Malloy, beautiful. Refs definitely missed a charge call down there, but what can you do? Deadly. Screen set by Azuna. He rolls around, passes inside. Malloy draws a foul on Percy. That's foul number 2 on the big man. So that's now going to bring in Mordecai Mole. And another change right there is Adrian Smith comes off the floor and Chris Still is back in. But also some changes made for Louisville as they bring off Azuna for DeAndre Dominguez, the grad transfer from UMass. I'm trying to see who else is now in the game. If there were any other changes, it doesn't look like it. It was just Azuna. Malloy once again doing well from the free throw line. Still over to Kincaid. Gets passed, but once again, these passes that Kincaid is forcing are not getting through right now. Bounce pass inside, little fadeaway 2 off the mark for Malloy. Over to Kincaid. Kincaid, 3-ball, there you go. Now that's what he should be used for, just hitting long-range bombs like that. Hopefully Auburn learned their lesson in that regard. Oh, and I'm wrong. There was another switch on the floor. Ainsley Almanor is now in the game for Edwards. Malloy, more beautiful post moves by him. That's his first official field goal of the game. Mayo once again getting doubled. Now to Mordecai Mole, who was a starter before for Auburn, is capable of playing big minutes. Over to King. King from 3, got it. Auburn is lighting it up from deep. We didn't see this really against New Mexico State, so it's a a breath of fresh air, but Dominguez gets the board and slams it home. One-hand tomahawk. Mayo trying to fight through this double team himself, but there's only so much he can do on his own. But passes it out to Mole. They avoid the turnover. Kincaid with the fights through the contact, but doesn't finish the play. No whistle there from the refs either. They let that situation happen. Deemed it clean enough. A Ray Harrison screen set by Malloy, runs into a double team. He'll give it off. Dominguez just floats it over Chris Dill. It's kind of surprising. So far, Louisville hasn't necessarily been over to, how do I say it? Never mind, they got Chris Dill to cough it up. Foul drawn, and free throws coming for Deadly. Mole called for the first foul. Or his first, excuse me. Subs made into the game. Kincaid, King, and Mayo are off the court for Adrian Smith, Adolje, and Ulrich McCullion. First free throw goes for Deadly. Or excuse me, no, not Adolje, excuse me. It's just McCullion, and then Philip Russell's now in the game. Philip Russell had to play a major role for Auburn, especially during the time that DJ Mayo was out of action for a while due to injury. He's proven himself to be a very capable point guard. Grad transferred from SEMO. Good feet inside, a kick out, still wants to work, but this time around, he is called for the charge, and that's his second foul. So in the game comes in Leon Dennison, and Dominguez is now out of the game for Azuna. Now here's J. Love Richter, who transferred over from Missouri, is sent away by Russell, and he gets the ball. Russell's going to slow things down. He didn't have the numbers anymore. The front court for Auburn, the starting front court, now is to sit for the next 5 minutes. It's a challenge. McCullion trying to work in. Little two ball, what a shot right there by Desrich McCullion. Richter now working again, gets it to Cameron Fens. The new backup center for Louisville is hit away, but still in the hand. J. Love Richter, that's a deep bomb, and it connects. What a shot by J. Love Richter. Smith to Russell. Russell with the rifle of a pass, but gets blocked. Desrich McCullion tried to go inside and get swatted. Rifles it in, and it's turned over. Auburn getting their hands all over the place too. It's not just Louisville that's making them, that's forcing turnovers. Look at Mole trying to work in through the contact. No, gets his own miss and lays it up and in. Great resiliency by Mordecai Mole. So far, Louisville has had all the free throws in this game. That is something worth noting. There's Bill Brooks at the top of the key. They're trying to set somebody up. Here's Edwards. Richter already hit 1-3, going for another. Doesn't hit it, but Russell commits the foul from 3. Costly mistake. Changes made here on both sides. Auburn bringing in some of the starters back in, notably Kincaid, Mayo, and DeAndre King. But Louisville did the same too. Ray Harrison's now back in the game, so is Deadly. Malloy's now in too. Oh, Richter shanks the second free throw. Actually, no, Deadly's not in the game yet. He's not back in the game just yet. He may after Richter hits his third free throw, maybe? Yes, he does, and there you go. Louisville leads by 1 with 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Always knew this was going to be a tight one between these two. This Louisville's crowd is amped up. Kincaid gets it out. Smith to Mole. Mole fade away too. Spins out on him. Now Deadly passes it up. Harrison had a wide open look. He passes it up. Just slows things down. Now here's Edwards. Look at this cutting. Devontae Deadly. 2-ball, no. And Smith gets the board. Over in the corner for Kincaid. Oh, what a pass into Adrian Smith. Beautiful dunk. High-octane basketball up to this point. Malloy pass inside, but I don't know who that was, but Jack Frost just sees Louisville mess up their offensive possession. Now Zuna re-exits the game, and Dominguez is back in. If I had to guess, I think that was Harrison. I don't know. I couldn't really tell, but I think that was Harrison. And Auburn just froze up. I can tell when this happens. It's like it occasionally happens to some teams. For a lot of other teams, it's like notorious that it happens. But I can just tell when it happens. It's like when they get into this position and nobody moves, like that's when it happens, unfortunately. So you got to do what you got to do. Anyways, now that that's broken, Auburn can play regularly, almost turning the ball over. Kincaid, mid-range shot, got it. Anytime I see that glitch happening, I'm gonna break it. Hate it. Anyways, Edwards almost loses it. Deadly has it still. Louisville's just playing this one a little slow. Bounce pass in. Edwards, 2-ball. It does not go in. Bounced around there for a little bit, but no avail. Here's DJ Mayo. With less than 2 minutes to go, Auburn up by 3. Over to Kincaid. DeAndre King. 3-ball King. No. Adrian Smith with the board comes up short. Valiant effort. I will give him that. Harrison screen set by his running mate Deadly. Pass inside. Deadly trying to work in on this Auburn front court way off. Dominguez gets the board and is, how do I say it? He's not blocked, but his shot was affected by Mole being in the vicinity. Gives it up. Here's DJ Mayo over to Adrian Smith. Bounce pass, DJ Mayo. Now back on the ball. Bounce pass into DeAndre King. And what a slam by King. Authoritative dunk by the former Jerry West Award winner. Less than a minute to go now. Louisville lost their edge a little bit. Malloy puts up a 2-ball, reins it in. Now the pressure once again. This is an Auburn team that can handle it a lot better than St. John's could. What a pass to King. King draws a foul on Dominguez. He had the corner 3 wide open, but instead elected to just try and draw a foul. Near end of half free throws here as Azuna re-enters the game for Dominguez. This Louisville team has given Auburn trouble. But it's trouble that Auburn has so far handled really well. And good free throw trip right there for DeAndre King. Shot clock is still on. He gets ripped. Mayo puts it up. Gets his own rebound somehow. My goodness. And puts it in. Grit and resiliency displayed by DJ Mayo and this Auburn backcourt. Shot clock is off. Edwards over to Harrison. Pass inside. Crowd is amped up. Azuna. No. But look who's right there. Harrison gets the 2-ball to go. 7 seconds. But Louisville probably might not let Auburn get off a clean shot at all. Mayo over to King. He just has to heave it up. Way short. Auburn leads by 5 at halftime. What a game this has been so far. Both teams have had their moments in this game. But it is the number 1 overall team in the entire tournament that holds the slight edge. And I'll tell you what, it's honestly kind of crazy how Louisville is shooting Warsaw is only down by 5. I think that goes to show the power of being able to not just draw fouls, but also hit your free throws. Might be a bigger gap if Louisville hadn't done all that. But here we go. Second half is underway with Auburn leading us off here. Here are the leading guys with all those stats down low. Perry Percy's now back in the game. Look at those moves. He misses that time to open things up. Azuna with the board, and Louisville quickly on the move. Edwards searching for somebody here. Little screen set, tries to go around, backs up, gives it up. Azuna in the corner, floats it up and in. No, it's hit away by Auburn. Kincaid with a wild 3 does not connect. Missed opportunity there because he chose to go for the highlight reel shot instead of setting his feet. Now Azuna. Over to Edwards. Edwards, little 2-ball there, drains it. We didn't see much of Terrence Edwards offensively. Maybe this is where things start to ramp up for him. Percy being doubled. Watch out, he gets stripped. First time we've seen that happen. Deadly gets the layup to go. Lead is cut down to 1. Mayo back on it. He tries to fight his way through the double. A little bit of a struggle here, bouncing off of Deadly. He definitely does. Somehow gets that pass into Kincaid, but he falls short again. Louisville can take the lead right here. With Auburn's misses and miscues. Deadly down low. Edwards, 2-ball. Got it. Louisville leads. A 6-0 start here in the half for Louisville. Auburn almost got caught in their own half court for too long. Look at Percy. Look at those moves by the big man. Dancing and prancing. He's going to end up on Dancing with the Stars one day. Malloy gets the feed over to Edwards, back to him. Edwards wide open 3, connects. Terrence Edwards making his mark early in the second half. Mayo breaks through the double though. Over to Kincaid, little 2-ball. Kincaid got it to tie the game early on, 44 apiece. And rifles it in, but this time Chris still was ready for that deep pass. Percy with the ball will just lay it home. The 7'4" big man elected for jelly instead of jam. Another deep pass in. Malloy misses the shot. Ambitious attempt, but sometimes it's worth slowing it down just to get a better shot. That was rushed. Mayo gets stripped, and Louisville recovers. Auburn wanted to set a screen for Mayo, but great pocket work by Deadly. Harrison over to Edwards. Edwards, another 2-ball. This time he missed. That's his first miss of the second half. Now Kincaid. Over to Mayo. Feed inside to Chris Still, and nobody's there to contest him. Got the inside leverage there on that Louisville defense. Deadly rifles it. Azuna, little 2-ball. He got it. Cool, calm, and composed. This true freshman is showing his stripes. Mayo almost got ripped right there. Gives it up to Kincaid. Kincaid now in a little bit of a vortex. Mayo will not get it off in time, and Louisville forces the backcourt violation. That's the problem with this Louisville pressure. They will force you to play outside of your comfort zone. Deadly 2-ball, rings it in. And again, more pressure. This is what it's all about. Discomfort. And forcing your opponent to play a style that they don't want to play. For the most part, Auburn has been all right with it. Still, little Kincaid 3-ball way off. Percy with the board, though. How about it, Perry Percy? Steadily working again. Harrison. Malloy attempts a three. Way off, and is rebounded by King. Zuna almost got his hands on that one, though. Not the shot that Louisville wanted to see be put up there. Kincaid over to Mayo at the logo. And try to feed it inside. Another forced pass is tipped away and now in Louisville's possession. Edwards. Screen set. Tries to roll around. Nothing going there. Tight defense by Auburn. Still with the, not still. Azuna with the three ball doesn't go. Now look at Auburn trying to run. Mayo bounce pass in. Percy loads up the two ball. Doesn't go for him. Harrison. Over to Edwards. Bounce pass in for Azuna. Deadly two ball. Got it. We're tied up again. Or is that Deadly? Looked like that was Deadly. Once again, more of this pressure. Gives it off to King. Good read. Over to Kincaid. Fights through the contact. Falls short. Great defense by Louisville there. Rifles it in. Inside. Foul drawn on Chris Still. That's foul number 3 on him. And Ray Harrison's going to the free throw line. This Louisville team plays you tough. Azuna now exits the game for Dominguez. A little bit of a quiet game for Ray Harrison standards, but still making a mark defensively. Lead reclaimed on that first free throw. And Harrison completes the free throw trip. Louisville leads by 2 with 10 minutes to go. And a little double there. Once again, all this pressure right here by Louisville. They're starting Auburn to a loop. Here's King. And it's intercepted. Ray Harrison got in the way of things. Deadly to Edwards. Malloy fade away too. What a shot by Grant Malloy. Oh my gosh. And now the Louisville defense trying to crack down on this Auburn squad who hasn't scored in over 2 minutes now. Kicks it out. Still tries to go cross court. But it'll bounce out on off of Louisville. And Auburn will still have the ball here. This Louisville pressure is something else. And that has forced Auburn to deal with it in an unorthodox way. Inbound from Kincaid. Who's he going to find? He's going to find Still. And he misses the two ball. That pressure is slowly starting to get to Auburn, but it's hit away. And Auburn now has their own turnover. Kincaid with the big slam. Important play right there. Harrison. Dominguez. Three ball Dominguez. No. Rebounded by Mayo. DeAndre King. Feeds it to Still. Tries to fight through the contact. No, and it's rebounded by Dominguez. It's been hard for Chris Still to get into a rhythm with all the foul trouble he's been in so far in this game. Screen set. Harrison rolls around. A lot of contact there. No go. Man, Still could have been called for his 4th foul right there, but refs didn't think there was enough happening there to warrant it. Now, Still sets the screen for Mayo. Bounce pass in to Kincaid. What a feed. And we're tied up at 54. Nearing the halfway point of the second half. It's all tied up. Dominguez, little two ball doesn't go. Chris Still with the board, and Auburn moving again. Here's Kincaid. We know he can pull it from any point and anywhere. Kincaid working his way in through the contact. No. Gets his own miss, though. And it'll roll in for him. Auburn leads again. Louisville scoreless for the last 2 or so minutes now. Now it's their turn to try and snap out of this funk. Malloy. Harrison 3-ball rings it in. From the corner. Mayo breaks away from the double. Over to King. King with the 3-ball and he rings it in. No quarters given or taken, and Auburn tips it away from Louisville, and now they have the ball. King in this Tigers offense, trying to find a consistent rhythm. Kincaid, Mayo, over to King. King, one more 3, and it almost goes in for him. That was close. It's a good look, too. Malloy, top of the key, feeds it. Deadly. 2-ball it goes. Mayo left right at him. But no avail. What's that? Attempt to block the shot. Oh, and Auburn seems to have stepped behind the line. That's a half-court violation. What a game this has been so far. Between these two teams, we have only 6.5 minutes to go in this game. Harrison trying to work. And Dennison guarding him in an unusual way. Edwards with the 3 and it spins out on him. Fence draws the foul on Smith though, and free throws coming. More changes made as McCullion is now in the game and Almanor subs in for Edwards. First free throw goes for Cameron Fens, putting Louisville up once more by 1. And we're starting to tap this one an upset watch. Louisville leads by 2 with 6 minutes and change left in this game. More pressure here by the Cardinals. Over to Smith. They've handled it rather well. Dennison, this Auburn team has got to figure out how they can handle this thing well. McCullion, bounce pass in, Smith. And Mayo misses the 2-ball right there. Deadly over to Almanor, back to Fens, 2-ball, no, rebounded by Azuna, and he gets denied at the rim. What a defensive play by Auburn. Such a crucial play right there. Dennison, the lefty from 3. No, doesn't get it. Deadly slicing in, foul drawn, and free throws coming. That's Mayo's first. Crucial free throws here for Deadly. He gets the first one. And Deadly completes the free throw trip. More pressure here by Louisville. Trying to make Auburn succumb to their pressure. Kincaid rolls around, gets it. Percy draws the foul, and one. What a play. Such a huge moment in the game. But can he get the 3-point play? He can. Now it's Auburn that wants to pressure Louisville. And they rip him. 3-ball. No. Russell. And somehow slams it home. 5'10". Are you kidding me? Auburn now leads. 5 points in the matter of seconds. Bank shot goes. And Louisville up by 1 now. Russell over to Percy. Louisville wants to swamp him, but too late. Kincaid, 2-ball, rings it in. What a game this has been so far. Edwards, Malloy loads up the 2, hits it. Look at Auburn trying to work their way out of this jam. Now Kincaid gets it up. Almost turned over. Again, his passes have been so suspect. But this time, Auburn will still have the ball. Mayo's now back in the game. So is Harrison. I think Deadly as well. Pass in Percy, back to Kincaid. And over to Perry. Percy somehow getting it to him. What a play by Percy. The atmosphere here is nothing but nerves. Louisville almost loses it. Deadly bounce pass in, almost loses it again. Malloy draws a foul on Still, and free throws coming as Chris Still, that's his 4th foul. Multiple occasions right there where Louisville almost lost the ball. Malloy gets the first free throw. My goodness. Louisville leads once more by 1. Quickly up to Mayo. And Mayo's in trouble, he gets ripped. Deadly draws the foul on Kincaid. Wow. And here's Deadly. First free throw goes. Louisville up by 2. Now up by 3. Mayo in trouble again, but this time gets it to Still. And Still, double, gets it to Mayo. Over to King. Kincaid, 2-ball is off the mark. Louisville with another chance to tack on some more points. Rifles it in. Harrison gets blocked. Gets his own block somehow. And gets another foul. Are you kidding me? Malloy now subs out of the game. And now Ray Harrison at the free throw line. Hits his first one. Louisville leads by 4. With a little over 3 minutes left in the game. Superb. Auburn's in trouble. And Louisville just continues to pressure them endlessly. Percy gets ripped. Edwards slows it down. Goes for 2, gets blocked. Deadly recovers. No. Rebounded by Auburn. They got to go. Mayo over to Still. Still blocked. Louisville can feel it. Harrison. Pass inside doesn't go, but it'll still stay with them. as Auburn couldn't keep it in play. Edwards gets it into Deadly, a complete lapse on defense by Auburn. Kincaid bounces off a man. Auburn's got to operate quickly. They're down by 7, and Kincaid is just slowly operating here. What in the world? Smith sets the screen, tries to roll around Kincaid. Percy through the contact, got it to go. Auburn needs to make a stand defensively. Louisville has been forcing their way to the free throw line. Pass is knocked away though. Mayo to Percy, big dunk. Less than 100 seconds left in this game. Auburn down by 3, but has scored 4 points in a row. They just need one more stop. Or a couple. Harrison, 3-ball. Got it! What a shot! Unbelievable composure by Ray Harrison. Percy over to Kincaid. King draws the foul, and free throws coming. But that was such a strike by Louisville right there. Unbelievable. Still is back in the game for Smith. First free throw goes for King. That's huge. Goodness gracious. Talk about a nervous atmosphere. Louisville needs to hold off Auburn. Meanwhile, Auburn's got to defend with their life. Harrison, Deadly gets it across. Edwards, 2-ball, got it. Clutch buckets by Louisville in the rough of things, and turned over again. Drawn foul. And Chris Still's out of the game. The number 1 overall seed in this tournament is on the brink of elimination. Clutch free throws by Edwards. And Auburn calls a timeout. They have so little time to work with now. Unbelievable what we have seen so far. This may be the last gap for Coach Frost Tigers. All of everything that they have accomplished over the last few seasons, especially the last couple of seasons, maybe all for naught. Almost turned over. They got to operate quicker than this. King draws a foul, but what is that going to do? Way too slow in the operating. First free throw goes for King. All they can do now is foul. And just continue sending Louisville to the line, hoping they miss. But it's Devontae Death we were talking about. And he hits the first free throw of the 1-and-1. Auburn once again calling a timeout. But time is just not on their side at all. One last hurrah for Auburn. And they're jogging down the court. They just got to heave a shot. And it's tipped away. What in the world is Auburn doing? It's like they succumb to the fact that they've lost this game. It ain't over till it's over. What are they doing? Put a shot up. I mean, great little floater, but that does nothing. So much time came off the clock. What is this management? How in the world is this happening? And once again, Deadly sinking the front end of the 1-and-1. At this point, they're not even calling timeouts, and they get ripped again. That's it. The revival of Louisville is here as the Cardinals knock out the #1 overall seed in the tournament and are going to the Sweet 16. Shock, dismay, this is March. The first 1 seed has been eliminated. Unbelievable. I have no words. We're going to get Louisville versus Kansas in the Sweet 16. Wow. Well, folks, I'd sit here more in awe, but I've got to go and do what I need to do. But when we return later, we will start the second half of the second half in the Dunkin' Donuts Center. 7-seed Oklahoma State versus 2-seed Houston with the right to play Duke in the Sweet 16. I cannot believe what we just saw. I'll see you all later this evening.